here we are in Istanbul, and we're next to the Bosphorus. So last week we were in Amsterdam, mainly for the Amsterdam dance event. The designer, Charlotte Buchanez, gave me my outfit for the Native Instruments sessions. The only performance that I did was kind of surrounding a sharing of how I work with my gear on stage on the tour. And inside the software that I love, because I use quite a lot of native instrument stuff, and so I was on their kind of native instrument session main stage, just discussing, yeah, the kind of process and the gear that I use. And basically I have different postures. And I really, really enjoyed that because I've never done that before, never shared what I use, the kind of plugins that we've developed for glove gestures. So that was really fun. And then I did a little talk about Mycelia, and I also did hide and seek with the gloves. I went to 4 countries in 1 weck. And the first thing we actually did was head on a train to Brussels, because we went there to go and give a talk at Digital First. And I met Finbar and Mark Simpkins there from the Mycelia gang. We had a creative passport workshop, or a changemaker forum, in the British Council offices. That was really nice of them to host us. We were really starting to discuss the governance, or open governance structure, hopefully, of Mycelia, and how we would incentivise those organisations who hold data, our data, to push data into the system so that it kind of becomes pre-populated. And then later on in the afternoon we went to Digital First.
Let's no longer play hide and seek, and please give it up for Imogen Heap.
Which is a conference held there, and did a little talk. I didn't do a glove demo, but it was really good actually. Had some very interesting people come up afterwards, and we must get in touch with them. So the next day was a talk at Digital Ocean, who invited us. A guy called David Englesby invited us, and we had quite a lot of coders in the audience. That was good, and a few of them came to the workshop that we had, or the forum that we had the next day. So one of the main reasons actually that we went to Amsterdam was to meet up with Fuga, who are a company who pull together and aggregate content to deliver to DSPs. And actually one of the services that I love and I use is a service called Amuse, and they work with Fuga to distribute onto those services. So we had a really good discussion with them. I actually met Michael Cassidy, who's the COO from Fuga, in Barcelona when he came to the Future Music Forum, and we met there, and he was asking about how we must have so many coders on our team for the Creative Passport, and I was like, well actually not that many, and we could do with a bit more help. So we had those discussions. It was really good, and I'm quite excited about that. Anyway, they hosted our Changemaker forum in their offices. It was mainly services that turned up, so there's a big, representation of Fuga there, which is good. And Vibrate came from Slovenia, and we also had Native Instruments who were there, and a few music makers. So that was really good, and we mainly discussed a little bit around the governance structures and data incentivization. So thanks really to Fuga for hosting us. That was a really good event. Identity as a music maker. And then the guys went on to straight here to Istanbul, but I went to London because we had the Harry Potter launch event, which was at the Palace Theatre. It was so great to be able to talk about how we made the music in the theatre, and also how that's then evolved to become the album. So we had John Tiffany, who's the director of the play, talk on stage with me, and we were both interviewed by Tom Ravenscroft, who's a DJ from Radio 6 Music, and he's also a Harry Potter fan, and he listened to the album and he's seen the play. So we had a really nice discussion. But when I was making the music, as is discovered later on, I really enjoyed it. And then lots of my friends and family and colleagues came to the launch, and I basically had a lovely evening just catching up with everyone. And then got the first flight home. It was horrendously early to Istanbul, but I did it. And yeah, there's a boat. So yeah, had a busy week, and now we're about to literally leave to go to Malta again. Back to Malta.